And today we are going to discuss about Vedic astrology because I love this topic. Recently, I have learned a lot about it, and it has completely changed my perspective towards planets. Earlier, I used to be in a fearful state, like planets are some distant forces. They are looking at us and they are going to do something bad to us. But now I understood, like each and every planet has different consciousness and represents different characteristics. There is nothing they are going to harm us sitting outside far away, right? They are reflecting our inner energies. So let's discuss about the Vedanta. Vedanta reminds everything exists out there, exists within. Astrology is never meant to tell you like what is going to happen. It is meant to tell you what is moving inside you, what energies are active inside you at a particular state of consciousness or at a particular stage of your life. So planets are mirrors, not masters. Planets are not distant forces like they are watching us. They are physiological and energetic archetypes imprinted within us, always shaping our mind, body, and choices as above as below. So, astrology means direct self reflection. We have to dive into ourselves and see what energies are active within ourselves. Are those energies underactive or hyperactive, and how can we balance between them to gain whatever the goals, spiritual or materialistic goals we are having in our life, right? So let's discuss about each and every planet in detail. Let's start with Sun. So Sun represents your inner fire. Sun is your sense of self, your self concept, your confidence, your vitality, your leadership quality, the way you see yourself and the way you shine in the world. It represents your inner fire, the energy through which you say, hello, this is who I am. So it is an core light animating your life. If your sun is weak or it means you are less confident. If your sun feels dim, it is not your mindset issue, it is your self-identity issue. When your sun is suppressed, you play very small. Whether you are powerful, you know it, but still you will play small. So it represents how you are feeling inside your about your self concept, and you can relate whether your sun is underactive or hyperactive. Let's moving forward to the moon. Moon doesn't care about the logic. Moon shows your inner voice. It cares about your safety. Your moon is your emotional memory and intuition. It shows how you react, nurture, react, and retreat. If your moon feels unsafe, your nervous system runs your life. You don't manifest from sun, you always manifest from your moon because your moon represents your subconscious patterns. Now moving to the Mars. Mars is your drive, your vital force. Mars is your will and your physical action. Mars is your courage, your actions, your discipline, and how you assert yourself. It governs heat in your body, brings great stamina, and give you driving power. Mars shows how you go after life, whether with balance or aggression, confidence or fear. If you have a blocked Mars, it will create procrastination, anger. If action feels very heavy, check your Mars, not your motivation. Moving to the Venus. That's your creative intelligence. Shukra is your relationship with beauty and self-love, your creativity, your pleasure, your harmony. And it is also in wisdom, that intelligence which acknowledges how to relieve, soften, receive, and create. Your artistic sense, your creativity, your design eye, your emotional grace flow through Venus. If your Venus is blocked, you are forcing too much instead of magnetizing. And believe me, money responds the superactive Venus energy more than hustle. It's Saturn, your inner discipline, your sense of responsibility and endurance. You set your own boundaries, your strong patience, perseverance, and your ethics. Saturn doesn't punish you, it matures you. Saturn teaches you what lasts and what requires effort and what must be built slowly. Saturn is the energy of long path. Moving to the planet Jupiter. Jupiter represents your inner wisdom, your expansive intelligence. What is the meaning of life for you? Your expansion sense, your growth, your faith, your prosperity, your higher knowledge. Rahu. Rahu is your desire for your birth. Like you're pulled towards different experiences in your life, ambitious, your strong desires, you're seeking validation from outer world, your materialistic success and prosperity, your fascination with external world represents Rahu. Rahu binds you to the 3D Maya, to be wanting more and more. It's not negative. It just simply intensifies the attachment to the world. Ketu. Ketu is your path of release. This is where ego dissolves. Ketu is complete detachment and surrender to divine. It pulls you away from the labels, positions, powers. There is where you remember you are more than what you do. You are not here for only your achievements. You are the awareness behind them. So Ketu means spiritual insights, ego dissolution, letting go of identity. You should be knowing where you have to lose or apply the power of detachment and surrender to the divine. So astrology is not about prediction. It is all about the self-awareness. When you understand these are your archetype, you stop asking what is going to happen to me. Instead, you will ask like what energies are active within me. And there is where like truth power lies. Thank you so much. I hope you like this video. Thank you.